Ozonics Killerwinds podcast back again. We got the nuke. We got me. Let's do this.
Let's roll, boys.
Well, we are getting to be right in the middle of it.
Yep.
We right here in north central Iowa, we're not quite right in the middle of it yet, but there are people listening that are right in the middle of it.
Yeah, for sure.
The rut is on the doorstep.
Yeah, it's really close.
Knocking at the old door.
Mm-hmm. That magical time, 20th of October.
Is this Halloween week or is next week?
Next week is.
Next week's technically Halloween
next
week?
Week is, yep.
Okay, so I can't use the knocking at the door or trick-or-treating, but we're close.
Yeah. Yep, next week is Halloween.
Because it is what? It is October 20th.
Yep.
October in the 20s. We're on the cusp of some cold weather.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting cold weather tomorrow.
Yep, my favorite 10 days of the year.
First day in the 20s.
Yep. This is my favorite 10 days of the year.
Is it really?
Oh, I love this. I love October 20th through November.
Well, and I'll tell you what. It's weird because we talked about last week on the podcast. It felt like we're like, the leaves going to turn? It just felt like everything was green as all get out. You couldn't get a leaf change around here for nothing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, in a snap, we got to like Thursday, Friday of last week, and man, it just all of a sudden, everything started changing.
Yeah, it all exploded. We just drove out there on Wednesday, and it was still pretty dull and just not very brilliant. But then the next day, we're like, oh my gosh.
Oh my, in a day.
Literally, like in a day, everything turned a lot.
Yeah, because we're talking about trying to do some really just always trying to take pictures and video and different things that we're trying to do. And so you try to time the color just right so you can get as much in as you can.
Yeah.
And then last week, we haven't had much rain, so it was nice to get a little bit of rain, but that kind of set us back. And now we're right in the smack dab of it now.
Yeah, it rained like almost every day last week.
Yeah. So we are smack dab in the color. From what you've been hearing and what you've been seeing, you actually went home over the weekend.
On a whim.
Yeah. All of a sudden, like at 5:00, in northern Iowa, it feels like, I know for me, in the time that I've been out, I haven't seen lots of scrapes. I've seen a few rubs here and there when we went to that one spot, but besides that, that's really the only rubs we've seen. Scrapes have been non-existent, but I know guys, we're in north central Iowa, they're kind of on like a little bit, still north central Iowa, but west, that have seen a bunch of good scrapes, and bucks checking scrapes and things like that. Hasn't really been like that for us here. We just haven't seen like the buck activity.
No, yeah, and I think we have yet to see like a decent buck daylight from the stand.
Yep, exactly. And I feel like it's early here in the fact that when you go out, you can still see does walking around pretty casual, just loving life.
Yeah.
They don't feel pressured at all from the bucks that are giving them a hard time, and all of a sudden you get to that part of November when all of a sudden the doe is just like, is there a doe out there?
Yeah.
We're definitely not at that right now.
No.
But in Wisconsin, where you're from, like Prescott, Wisconsin, that area,
Wisconsin,
it is on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it seems like it is. It for sure feels pretty ruddy.
Yeah.
From what I've heard from my cousins, and we all share trail cameras together and stuff, so you can see what's going on, and it's just there's bucks daylight. You can see some pictures of bucks that are clearly nudging.
Yeah.
We've had some bucks show up at the spot that I hunt in Wisconsin.
Well, we shouldn't say we had one deer on one buck daylight. Wasn't that Skinny Pete at Co-op? Didn't he daylight that one day? Remember? He daylight in the afternoon. Like at 4:45 or 5:00. And
like recently?
Yeah, like last week. And then we had...
Yeah.
And then
it was a week from Saturday.
And then the other guy that ran by last week, Crossroads.
Yeah, I was saying like from the stand, when we were hunting.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you're right. We haven't seen any deer.
Yeah, but there's been...
Well, and we shouldn't say that either. We're getting ourselves way turned around. What happened to me last night?
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
So we said we misspoke a little there, but that was we kind of want to put that one out of our mind because that just makes you a little sad inside.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's it just doesn't feel.
No, it doesn't feel like it's going yet. It's like the roller coaster is just ticking up to the top of the first big drop off, and we haven't hit the top yet.
Mm-mm.
Yep, we're still clicking up the side of the thing.
But we got good weather this week. We got crops came off. Coming off.
Crops are coming off. definitely no beans left, obviously.
Yeah.
And the corn is getting less and less. And the spot that we hunt a lot, there's like the bottom field and the top field, and that's what we've been waiting on. We were out there on Saturday, and both fields were on.
Mm-hmm.
Came back on Sunday morning, the top field was almost gone.
Mm-hmm.
And by Sunday afternoon, he was on the bottom field.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's out there today. We've already seen him on camera.
Yeah.
He's going by. So that field, that's a big field. So he might not get it done today.
Yeah.
But he'll get done with a lot of it.
Yeah.
And then they have less places to hide.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now we're kind of dealing with the corn forest, you know?
Well, and it's funny too, because I mean, last night we had a buck show up on camera that we hadn't seen all year.
Yeah.
Who was running around last year.
Yep.
Nice buck. And it's just like, man, it's just funny how it just changes.
Yeah.
But I mean, you think about it, and I know I said this last year, but it's just crazy to think that when the crops come off, it's literally their world changing.
100%.
Their world changing.
Well, think about Brutus.
Mm-hmm.
Brutus is walking by the river. He just walked by a couple nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
He walked by on Saturday night. Yep, Saturday night, like midnight. He was walking west to east, which is what we see him. If he shows up on camera for a new show up, he always comes from the west.
Yeah.
Well, he's walking out of that corn, and that corn's all gone.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of changes up his routine.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, and if we get to catch him on camera again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so talking about, like I said, this rut activity, it feels like it's been a bit slow here. I was out last night in a spot that I just have doe tags only,
mm-hmm.
and can't shoot a buck out there. And I joked with you. I knew something awesome was going to happen because it just never fails that when you can't shoot the bucks, they just somehow know and they just walk right by.
Or film them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So he walks right by. This nice 130-inch-ish deer.
Yeah.
Walked by at like 40 yards, stopped right in the opening, of course. The wind was acting real switchy in there. You can see him kind of lift his head, and he's trying to figure out what's going on, and then he just walks off.
Yeah.
But nice deer, nice big mainframe 10.
Yeah. Good
and like
twos,
I said,
good threes.
Yeah, and that was an hour before dark.
Yeah.
Just out and about,
Yep.
you know, nice big body deer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was really fun to see him. And then after that, right at last light, I saw a nice wide 8 that was wider than him, but shorter tines that was walking through the woods. He was directly downwind, and he picked his nose up real hard, trying to figure it out, and then just walked on.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was neat to see a couple bucks.
Yeah, for sure.
And, of course, I couldn't get a doe to walk by.
Yeah.
A long walk back out. But yeah, no doe walk by. But
Yeah.
it's neat to see some bucks. But, again, even walking out, like really paying attention, walking in and out, it's like that's where we had seen some good scrape or some good rubs. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, here we go. But then I didn't really see any, scrapes where I thought I might see them. And
Yeah.
like I said, just feels like it's just almost here, but not quite.
Yeah, for sure.
I would think this week with this cold snap.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't kick him in, I don't know what's going to.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I think it will. I mean, it's just like a lot of changes happening at once. I mean, we got cold coming, we got wind coming, north winds coming,
Yep.
Crops coming off. It's just all things that can lead to deer movement.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, we're looking at northwest Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I think Friday, Saturday, it's going to switch back to the southeast, and it's going to warm up just a little bit.
yep.
I think Friday, Saturday, they're talking like temps in like the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that kind of changes things.
No, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And like I said, too, I don't know why, but just in my little bit of experiences of hunting from being a little kid and stuff, I've always loved this 10-day little window here.
Yeah.
It feels like you just start to see bucks on their feet. They're kind of callable.
Yeah, the pre-rut is such a fun
It's
time
a
of year.
really fun time to be out there, man, and I'm so stoked.
Yeah.
And a beautiful time to be out there, too. Gosh, with the leaves turning, it's just
Oh, yeah, it is beautiful out there.
amazing. It's so awesome.
Yeah, the color, it's just so fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It kind of feels like, it's almost like the pre-rut's Christmas Eve and the rut's Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christmas Eve is a great time too.
Yeah.
You get to open some presents then too.
Uh-huh.
And then as soon as you get past Christmas Eve, then you got Christmas Day. You're like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
So the pre-rut feels like we're definitely right on the cusp, and we're kind of in that right time.
Yeah.
I mean, even as I was out this weekend, I'm like, man, dude, it's October 18th. It's October 19th. It's like, man, it is. If it's not going to happen now, when's it going to happen? I mean, it's here.
Well, and
The
the thing that we were talking about on Saturday, I think, after we hunted, which we'll get to that hunt. Dude, I just can't believe it feels like last week was opener.
I know, dude.
And now it's already, we're like, oh, geez, like it's legit here. Like it's time to roll big time right now.
I know.
And it's weird, man. It's just, it doesn't feel right. Like it's super weird. And I don't know if maybe it's because we're just super busy.
I think it's that.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I always joke, if you want to hunt every day of the rut, don't be a taxidermist, don't be a conservation officer, don't work in like the hunting industry in general.
Yeah.
I guess if what you do or what you're into is like spring turkey hunting, then the whitetail rut is perfect for you.
Mm-hmm.
But for the rest of us, it's like everybody's trying to bale hay with the sun shines. We're all trying to sell, and everything's really busy on the website and customer service. Everything's going, and then we're trying to find time on the weekends to hunt too. And so it's always like a juggling act.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just flying by, man.
No, dude, and
it's flying by.
And it's gonna, in this next couple of weeks, it's gonna go even faster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about. We've got this week. We're trying to do a lot of content. You know what I mean? And then, geez, dude, you leave Sunday.
Yeah, for Ohio.
You're going to Southeast Ohio. You'll be, by this time next week, you'll be day one of that hunt.
Yeah, and and that's the thing too is like, I feel like, I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like trips always just fly by. It feels like you get there and then you're leaving no matter how long it is. So like, basically my thing is like, I'm already in November kind of.
Well, dude, that's what's
it's just going to be like, okay, now we're in November.
See, I think that's kind of a mind blow for me if I were you, because you're going to leave on right at Halloween, and then you're going to come back and it's going to be like November 7th. And you'll be like,
it's actually,
by the time you come back, all the leaves are going to be, even in just that 7-day window, the leaves will be gone.
Well, it's actually I leave Sunday and I come back on Halloween.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I'm a week ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Oh,
Yeah.
you're not. I thought you'd be fine.
Still though.
Oh yeah.
Get back and it's November, man.
Yeah, that'll be kind of crazy. I, for some reason, thought I got my days all mixed up. We still got 11 days till Halloween.
Yeah.
Durr.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I was a week off.
You're good. But yeah, I fly back Halloween night.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you'll have time. We'll have time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we there's been a few, like I said, there's been a few bucks that have been showing up. We're getting a few guys on camera. We've been getting Brutus on camera.
Yeah, Brutus has been kind of becoming a little bit more regular again.
Yep.
Same thing with Skinny Pete.
Skinny Pete's been showing up here and there. And then we've had Benjamin Button on camera.
Yep.
And I know it sounds ridiculous to say, but he's one of the hit listers. Okay.
Yeah, he was just
he's considered an antlerless deer.
He was just a little rat.
Yeah, and yeah, not the smartest guy.
Yeah.
And so we went out on Saturday, and Jet and I sat at the crossroads. Nick sat down like in this spot we're calling like lower in the woods, middle.
Yeah,
I don't
the
even know.
flat,
Whatever the flat
the
or whatever it is. So Jet and I were sitting together, and Nick was sitting. We had it was like a southwest wind, and it's a good spot for Jet and I because it's a double stand where he can be right next to me and just kind of see it all kind of unfold. And sure enough, there walked out Benjamin Button. That's what we're calling him. And walked out. And so as I pick up my bow and get all ready, and I kind of grab my phone in my pocket, I hand it to Jet behind my back, and I put it on 4K 60. And I'm like, all right, man. I'm like, just press record. Well, he's holding it this way. I'm like, turn it sideways. So he got it horizontal. And I'm just like, just do whatever you want to do with it. Just something for him to kind of have some fun with as we're sitting there. And so, yeah, stood there and, right in front of the camera, kind of eating leaves, lollygagging around. And it's thicker than I'll get out in there.
Yeah.
And where he walked through, I knew I wasn't going to have much of an, if anything, of an opening. And there's these big cottonwoods in there. He walked behind the cottonwood, of course. I drew, of course, he stops, just sticks his head out the other side of the cottonwood. I'm like, ugh. So I let down, and then kind of watching him like, okay, take a step so I can draw again. And then he starts to take a step. So I drew again, and it was like 5 yards. And I hit him just a skosh back. Like I said, there was a branch from Jet's kind of to the left of me. And so from my perspective, there's a branch kind of right behind his shoulder. So I kind of hugged it the best I could. And the way he mule deer kicked and ran off, and you called and we're all excited, you know what I mean? And you came over, and we had probably waited like a half hour to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And like I kind of told you, I'm like, and then looking at the arrow didn't look really great.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, gosh dang. And I said, well, I think, especially the way he muled or kicked and ran off, and like he ran off good and then kind of went down. I'm like, or where I couldn't see him anymore. I'm like, man, I almost wonder. And then seeing the spotty blood, I'm like, maybe it's like a single lung liver. Maybe he hit his diaphragm the way he was angled, and we could see it on video. That Jet kind of got it right on video. And so we gave it a bit and then walked up and just trailed the blood real slow. And it was actually a really cool thing for Jet too, to kind of, because of course, like, what does Jet do? He just walks in front of us. I'm like, hey buddy, okay, stay behind. Like, I don't want you stepping on the blood. Stay behind me. So he walks ahead again. Hey buddy, okay, I'm asking you a second time. Stay behind me. And Nick's got like eagle eyesight. He's like an X-Men. So I'm like, and he's like, right there. So I'm like, you just lead. So then he's kind of leading, and then so Jet kind of realized, okay, file in line. And then we eased up like over this little hill, and I looked to the left, and there it was at like 20 yards, and you could tell it wasn't in good shape.
Yeah.
And so we kind of just backed off and sat down and kind of just talked for a little bit, looked at my watch and gave it a little bit more time.
Yeah,
and
not long though. It was pretty quick. I mean,
yeah,
that was 2 minutes probably.
Yeah, it was. It's like, it's hard because that's like a part of it too. But you like, even in those moments, like trying to just be as respectful as you can and do everything the right way.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a fun little moment, like teaching moment for Jet. Like we walked back up and had him look in the binos, and okay, it's laying down. As you see its head up? Nope. Okay, well that's a good indicator. Do you see its chest moving up and down? Does it look like it's breathing? And he's looking. I don't think it is. Okay, well that's okay. That would probably mean that it's dead. And so it was.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, little button buck. Antlerless deer. We've got doe tags, antlerless tags for this area, so it's really good to get those notched. We got a pile of them to notch.
Oh, we have so many.
yeah. So, so it was really cool to get a deer, and like I said, it was really fun to have Jet right there with me, and he was super excited. He's like, "That was so awesome."
Yeah, no, it's kind of a special moment for me too, because that stand, I spent a lot of time in that stand doing the same thing. It was actually the stand that we hung there was a double stand that was me and my dad's back in the day, and we're both grown men at this point, so we can't really sit next to each other.
It's actually pretty tough with just Jet and I.
Yeah.
It's not a big stand.
It's small.
No, it's small. Yeah. If Nick and I tried to sit in there, we would be like, you probably couldn't do it.
Yeah. But it's cool though, because we ended up leaving some double stands up last year. So then that kind of just took away stands where you and Jet can sit, especially with it being corn this year.
Yep.
And so I knew that Dad had one, and Dad's like, yeah, take one. Take it.
Yeah, that worked out great. Thanks, Walt.
Yeah, Walt, man.
No, that was a pretty special thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a really cool spot too. Like, it's interesting because like a lot of us, it's nice to have a lane kind of right in front of you. But the way that spot lays out, it actually is better to have a lane to your left and to your right. Where that deer came in is super covered up, which is actually really nice because those deer walk out into that opening. We call it the crossroads. There's a dike road, and then there's trails to the west of that as well. And when they walk from the south towards the north, they come up and get to that little dike road. And just like that little button buck did, he got up there and he kind of looked. And just like we've seen does do that, they'll get there. We see them on camera. Yeah. They sit there and they look and they look. They try to, am I comfortable? They're kind of coming. When they come up out of there, it's kind of like this whole new, escape from what they can see. And so it's like, okay. And from where you're sitting from that, it's just so covered up.
Yeah, you're tucked in there real good.
You're so tucked in.
Yeah.
And so then, it's just you got to be on the ball and make sure you see him. And okay, there he is. And he walked in, and he kind of didn't. He walked right through the thick stuff. But we have it kind of hoping that they'll either go one way or the other.
Yeah.
And it's just really great openings.
Yeah. For sure.
It's actually a great bow spot, and it's a great gun spot. To the left, to the southeast, you look down in there, you can shoot, if with a gun, you could probably shoot to 100. And to the right, to the west, you could shoot to 100.
No doubt.
I think it's going to be a good late season spot too.
Yeah, it'd be really
There's definitely deer that move through there.
It's super fun to hunt that with the muzzleloader.
Oh, well, even Jet during second shotgun, I feel like that's where we gotta be.
Well, and that's right where you shot one 2 years ago too. Pretty much right there.
Yeah, exactly. We were just to the east, looking right that direction. That's kind of when that whole spot kind of took on its the idea of even putting something there.
Yeah, and then something kind of interesting with that deer too. It didn't have a tail.
Oh, yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
it didn't have a tail.
Yeah, it was just like a little bob.
Yeah. It looked like it had been gone for a while. It wasn't like it was recently gone. Now it's interesting because when he ran off, I remember seeing the white, but it was obviously the white kind of his butt.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't have a tail.
Yeah, it was really weird. How we flip it over and we were just snapping some pics and whatnot. And I don't remember who noticed it, but somebody was like, dude, he doesn't have a tail.
Yeah, it didn't have a tail.
Yeah,
it didn't have a tail. And then, of course, Jet's like, man, Dad. He goes, that's a good button buck.
Yeah.
He's like, he doesn't have little nubs. He's got big nubs. You know, I'm like, yeah. Jet wants to touch a buck so bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wants to just have something to hold on to.
We'll get one.
It was actually pretty cool. We took it to, we hushed it. And it was a little warm that day. So I was like, okay, we got to hustle here.
Yeah.
So we got it out of there, got it in the truck, and then drove to a place that a meat locker that does hush, which, by the way, man, there are less meat lockers doing hush.
Yeah, they're tough to find now.
Yeah, especially in north central Iowa. There's not a lot around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so the place that we have, it's a place called Deerfield. It's in Alta Vista, technically, but it's kind of out in the country. It's called Deerfield Meat Locker. Man, they have a great setup.
Oh, it's so nice there.
Oh, man, it's super nice. Like the way you pull in and you can back right up. They've got it very well signed.
Signed very well.
If you're coming there, you know, a lot of times you dropping deer off can maybe be late at night.
Yeah.
It's really well signed. You can back right up.
It's clean.
It's super clean. Every time you're there, even when we were there on Saturday afternoon, I mean, they're busy. There was people there cutting deer up, and they're moving deer around, but they're always spraying off the cement. It didn't look like it was like, and a lot of meat lockers are very well kept up, right?
Yeah. Well, they got to be.
Yeah. And so backed up, put the deer in the freezer. Of course, the guy, I'm like, hey, be careful now. That's a big one. I'm like, that may be a new world record. He's looking at me. I'm like, or it's not even heavy as a suitcase. I was like, it was pretty small.
Yeah.
But there was actually a really nice buck in there.
There's a stud in there.
Yeah, a youth deer.
Yeah, it said YH on it.
Yeah.
Youth hunter. So
Yeah,
it's cool.
Awesome.
It's
yeah,
a
heck
great
of a deer.
buck. I like going in there. You always see some bucks in there and whatnot. It's sweet.
And Jet, see his reaction too. Right away, he's like, oh.
Yeah.
He walked over.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was neat.
Yeah.
But and I'll tell you what, I feel like, I don't know, for whatever reason, we have, and I think just the way the summer kind of laid out and everything else, and the other part is just where the corn is this year, we have done a lot of setting stands this fall.
Yeah. A ton.
A lot of like the deer work we've done now.
Yeah.
We even did some the other day.
Yeah. Yeah.
We set on what we call the river, which, gosh, dude, I have a feeling about that spot.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really cool spot, and I think it's going to be a spot where you can see a long ways. You'll be able to see a ton of deer. Honestly, I mean, I think the seeing deer is not going to be the issue. It's just going to be getting them in front of you, which I think they will. I mean, it seems like
every time we get those deer on camera,
there's deer in there.
Well,
I mean,
you know what the funny thing is they're walking to the left of the camera.
Yeah,
which means they're walking between where we put the stand and the camera.
I know
they're not walking out there in the field. They're walking right there on the edge.
It's going to be a tight shot.
Oh, dude. Well, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be a quartering away shot.
Yeah.
Because when they're right below, I don't think you want to take that.
No.
I think you're best to let them walk and get out to like 10, 15 at that quartering away.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
No, for sure.
I'll tell you what. I don't usually get tuckered out setting stands.
That was a bad one.
Man, oh man.
Well,
that one is one where it kind of made you like, I don't know, it maybe sounds really funny, but like, I feel pretty comfortable up in the air. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't get afraid of heights.
Heebie-jeebied.
Yeah, no, but that one heebie-jeebied me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think it was just the fact that it was such a big cottonwood tree.
Huge tree.
Yep, big tree.
I mean, my tethered lineman's belt that I hook into for my saddle wouldn't even fit around it.
And then I have a Hunter Safety Systems.
It's just a touch longer.
Lineman belt that's just, I mean, a skosh longer.
Maybe 2-3 inches longer.
And it would barely go around. Gave you just that little extra, but not much. I thought, because we were like, oh, the tether one's got to be just as long. And yeah, it's such a big tree that when I'm putting the straps around the tree, you can't just, not even close to like hand it around.
No.
You're doing this like, I don't even know what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like
lassoed around the tree.
You're like making it, you're going back and forth, you're lassoing, you flip it. And gosh, some of those straps, how many times I have to flip them? I mean, sometimes, some of those, I bet I flipped them a dozen times before I caught it.
Took me a clean 15 minutes to get my... And then when we were like, let's try this other one, Cole's like, just hook it to your other one and do it. And I'm like, trying to do it, and I drop it. I'm like, oh, no.
So you had your tethered one. You had already lassoed it around the tree. And then I said, hey, I'll throw you up my Hunter Safety Systems one. Just hook it into your other one with the carabiner, and then just pull it around the tree, and then you don't have to lasso. You're like, hey, good idea. I'm like, yeah. So I look up and you drop it.
I don't even know how it happened. I just totally fumbled it. It was just like,
now we can start over.
I just had a lot of ropes in my hand at one time, and I was like trying to get it, and then it just fell out of my hand. I'm like, oh, awesome. Now here we go again.
And like you said, using my harness and then using the lineman belt, even as we were going up, you're trying to kind of shimmy the lineman belt up, and the tree's so big, and then it had just like a skosh of lean.
Just a little bit.
I mean, not a lot, but just like a little bit like towards you.
Yeah.
So you're just like hugging it constantly, and you're hugging it like this.
Yeah.
You're not hugging it like a normal tree. I mean, it was hugging it way out here.
Yeah.
Golly. But we got her up.
Yeah.
And it's a heck of a spot.
Yeah.
And that's a great saddle spot too.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to shoot a bow out of with it.
Yeah.
One of the things we're talking about with not having a lot of adjustability is filming under, because like I run the camera under my bridge and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it might just take a little bit of getting used to with it, but I think we'll be able to make it work just fine.
Yep.
So.
No, and the other thing, it's really going to be interesting. The farmer, there's a bunch of ash trees. We've talked about this. There's a ton of ash trees along there, and some of them are starting to fall.
Yeah.
And there's a couple that fell already in the cornfield.
Yeah.
Well, I had pulled a couple of them out because I thought I knew he was going to be in there. I was like, well, I'll just pull it. And the corn looked kind of crummy that was trying to grow up through it,
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll just pull these off the side. So I pulled 2 of them out of the field and kind of threw them onto the edge. I didn't realize there was another one down the way.
Yeah.
A bigger one. Mm-hmm. Well, he left it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's going to be so awesome.
Yeah. No,
I didn't realize that.
I think we'll be able to shoot to that.
Well, here's the other thing is I thought, we'll have to really look at it, because what that's obviously forcing those deer to do is walk around it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd rather them walk the edge instead of have to walk around and out in the field. So maybe we just go out there and just bring my electric chainsaw and cut it out, leave the corn up, and then they'll just work right down the edge even better.
Or we pull the tree out and pop the blind.
I know.
There.
I thought about that too. Well, that's the other thing I thought I'm saying a lot, but I thought. I'm pretty excited here. The other thing I thought is we just leave the tree in there and we cut some of the branches out and put the blind literally right up against the tree in the corn.
Yeah, it could be pretty sweet.
Oh, man.
Because there's a good chunk of corn in there. It's not like it's just one row.
No, he left a chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left like there's probably, it's like 6 or 8 rows wide, and it's got to be 20 feet long.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
No, it's going to be fun. It'll be fun.
It'd be really interesting to see what he does with all those ash trees. I don't know the right thing.
I don't know.
I mean, the right thing to do, I think, is to go out there in the middle of the winter,
just cut them down,
just knock them down and get them out of there. I guess.
Yeah.
It's a lot of trees.
Yeah.
It's really, really too bad.
Yeah, it is for sure. But yeah, and then we weren't planning on hunting Saturday night, so we just went home. I had some computer stuff to do that I did not get to. But at about 6:45, 7.
I get a call of Nick huffing and puffing. Is what I knew without him even saying a word. He was huffing and puffing. I knew something happened.
I wish I could have heard me. I probably sounded like an
idiot.
I was
like, cool. I'm like, hey, just stop. Are you in your house? Stop moving. Just take a deep breath.
Well, I bet you I put on easy 500 to 1,000 steps just pacing back and forth. But
you were excited, and that's the best part about it.
Yeah. But no, me and my cousin Benny, we've been talking every single day for a month for hours on end. Just talking about deer hunting, and he's having a great stinking year. And I knew he was hunting, so I just shot him text, says, "Hey, are you out? Is anything moving, or what's going on?" And he's like, "Yeah, I seen a couple young bucks, couple does." And like, dude, he's been seeing like 15 deer a night. I'm like,
he has been smack dab in the middle of it.
Oh, it's
like if there's anybody, if you could snap your fingers, if you ask me right now, snap your fingers, and you can be in anybody's position of where they're at in their deer season, he is right in the middle of it. He has been smack dab for whatever reason. There's either does in heat, or there's just a lot of bucks that's a little home range. He's got a pile of deer. Every time he goes, like, oh, I saw a pile. Oh, I saw it.
Oh, my
He's
gosh.
in the middle of it.
It's just been insane.
Holy guacamole.
And I was literally thinking that when I texted, so I just texted him. I said, dude, I said, I know you know this, but I'm like, you're having a unbelievable year right now.
And he's hunting really hard, right?
Yeah.
He's giving himself a ton of opportunity, which is really great too, right?
Yeah.
That's part of it too, is you got to be out there, and he's definitely out there.
Oh, yeah. And so I told him, I'm like, dude, you're having an insane year. I'm like, something's going to happen. Like, You just got to keep after it. Like at some point, something will give here, and you're going to get a shot at something. And he's like, yeah, I know. We're really lucky this year. We just got so many good bucks, yada, yada, yada. Not 10 minutes later, I just shot. It's a cool buck, and it's got an inappropriate name. So I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, we're just
going to call it, we'll just call it the flyer buck. Yeah, that's actually a good one for it.
I'll do that. Don't we have a sensor noise?
Yeah.
It's the name of this buck is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not that long, but.
No. But
just kidding.
But the
name is inappropriate. It's the context of the name is inappropriate.
Yes.
If you don't explain the context, I don't think anybody will figure it out.
Yes, they will.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
listen,
you did.
no, I didn't. Listen, I am pure of heart. I had no idea what you were talking about when you told me the name. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then you explained. I was like, oh, cool. Dirty birdies.
Well,
golly.
So just to explain it, it's a nice tent.
No, just kidding. I thought you were gonna say it.
No. It's a nice 10-pointer with like a 9 to 12-inch flyer
off its
right
G2 on his right side.
Yeah, and it's just massive. It doesn't
even look like a drop tine. It's just like this big like dagger point.
Yeah, it looks literally. It's the craziest deer ever.
It's pretty cool.
Well, he calls me freaking out. He's like, dude, I just shot him. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. And we're talking about it. And I told him right away, I said, hey, I said, Benny, here's the deal. I said, me and Cole got a big day planned tomorrow. I'm like, we are hunting all day. I said, I'll call him and see what he says. Just don't get your hopes up.
You don't
I don't
have
know.
to ask me nothing. It's the weekend.
I know, but I was excited on Sunday.
Yeah.
We had a big day planned. But anyways, so I call Cole, and Cole's gracious enough to be like, yeah, dude, just freaking go home and see it. So I hopped on the road at like 8 o'clock. I didn't get home till like midnight.
You stopped by my place first because there was a stand that you had that we were going to try to use in the morning, but I needed it.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then we're thinking like, well, if your truck's not at your house, I'm showing up at your house like 4 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
That might look a little strange.
Yeah.
So then you had to run out to my house quick.
Yeah.
To drop some stuff off, then drive 10 minutes out there, 10 minutes back before you could even get back on the road.
Well, and then I had to come all the way here.
I was on kids duty.
and then I drove all the way to the office first, which added like 40 minutes to my drive.
You got the reflectors.
I got the reflectors, and then hauled home, and they all stayed up. So we just made a game plan for yesterday morning. And so the story goes, the buck walked straight at him. And he's like, I wasn't going to shoot him straight on. Like,
that's a really, really tough shot.
Walks directly under his stand, and he's full draw on him at that point. And he said he was just full draw forever. He said he was getting to a point where he was like, it was just getting a lot. Well, he stepped out and got quartering away at like 15 yards, and he shot him, and he said it just bulldozed. I mean, he said it just tore out like crazy. And arrow was still in him. He just walked up. He found blood instantly. He's like, well, that's a good sign. So he backed out. He called a dog tracker right away just to get, his opinion on it. He's like, well, either one or two things happened. You either probably double lunged him. He could be dead right now. Or you, single lung, guts, kind of liverish shot. Yep. And he said, if it were me, he goes, I would just wait till the morning and go in the morning. So that's what we did. We woke up right at first light, went out there, got on blood right away. And man, from the get-go, it was spotty. I mean, you could follow the blood, but it was like taking a little bit. I mean, it was just drop. And finally, we all just kind of were like, let's just get the dog out here. Like, let's just get it over with and just figure out what the heck's going on. So he comes, and it's just so cool to watch those dogs work. I mean, they're just...
So does he describe his dog as, is he trailing blood, or is he trailing like the glands that secretes when that stuff happens?
Yep. He didn't even want to know where the blood or anything. I mean, he said the night before, he goes, when you start tracking, in case you call me, he's like, just take some toilet paper and just lay it by the blood just so you know where it is and stuff. And obviously we had Onyx going and you name it. But that dog gets up in there, and it's just funny. It just a flip just switches in him, and all of a sudden he's just gone.
Well, it's just like it's like what you're describing is like, if you've ever been mountain lion hunting, you see those mountain lion dogs. They do the same thing.
Yep.
All of a sudden, their bark just changes.
Yeah.
And they just line out, and they're on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And that's exactly what happened. We lost the tracker and the dog because they were going so fast. I mean,
really?
They were.
Does he trail it on a leash?
Lead? Yeah.
On a lead.
Yep.
How long does it lead? Does it have like 20 or 20 feet?
I don't know how long. It's long. I don't know
long.
exactly how long it is, but it's pretty long. But I mean, it just was ripping his shoulder off, just running. And I'm like, geez, that's a good sign. And so we're running behind him, trying to find it just on the trail. And I'm looking down and I can see blood. And I'm like, Benny, there's blood here. I mean, this is for sure it. And we get to a point and we just stop and we can't hear him anymore. And we're like, oh, geez, like, where the heck did they go? Like, they must be on something quick and going. And so we're just sitting there. And before we left, the guy told us, he said, if you hear barking, it's bad. He goes, if you don't hear barking, that's a good thing. He says he barks at alive deers. That dog, that's just how that dog is.
Uh-huh.
And so we're sitting there just waiting. And all of a sudden, we just hear that dog just going crazy. Woo, 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 woo. And we're like, oh,
what type of dog is it?
Some sort of a beagle, I think.
Okay.
Something like that. I don't know exactly. I'm not good with dogs and
me neither.
What they are.
Anyway.
But
so he starts baying at something.
Yeah, he starts going crazy, and we're like, that was kind of just a low point. We're like, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Like, gosh dang it, what happened? Didn't hear anything. Finally, he calls us and he goes, yeah, we just jumped a buck. He's probably just a little bit past ears, if not right at ears. And he's like, well, man, he's like, I mean, did you see the flyer on him? And he's like, I couldn't see that, but I don't know. He was pretty hot on that trail. It's got to be him. They found the bed. There was no blood in it. And so he's like, I'm just going to come back. Let's just try him on a couple more tracks and just see what happens. So they tried him on a couple more, didn't find anything. And so he's like, he had another track to get to. And so he was like, I'm going to come back late tonight, probably like 9:00. He's like, you guys stay here. If you want to, he goes, try and follow the blood to where that bed was, just so we can kind of confirm that was him. And so me and Benny stayed for like another 2 hours, and it was super fun. I was having a blast trying to find this blood because, I mean, it was just spot after spot after spot. And we were able to track him probably like 95% of the way, and it was headed right to that bed. So we were 99% sure that it was him.
Mm-hmm.
So then... So we confirmed it was him. I came back to Iowa. Dog came back last night, and they got on his trail again, but he was like, he's for sure still alive, and he thinks that he's going to be good. The tracker thinks that he maybe hit further forward than he thought and just hit him high and in the shoulders.
So that's what I was going to just say. Like, when hearing, because before when he bumped him, you know what I mean? Initially, I was like, oh, maybe it was a gut shot. You know what I mean? But then hearing that they got on him again and then he never found him, to me it sounds like a high shoulder shot.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. And the penetration.
Or if he hit him high, and if it was quartering away and he hit him high and back, he would have gone, even if he was in front of the diaphragm and he missed the liver and he hit just like high lung and like one to the other, Yeah. Yeah. And he didn't get much penetration. That's the other thing it sounds like.
And so it's like, if you were back, you'd think that arrow would have just ripped right through it, especially at 15 yards.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember too, like if you hit them high and they're quartering away, you've got their shoulder blades right there too.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
There's a lot there. There's a lot going on there.
Yep. And so he's pretty confident that it was a non-fatal hit and that the deer is I mean, he's going to be hurting for a while, but he thinks that he will live. So highs to highs to lows pretty quick, but that's unfortunately that's hunting. So
yeah, there was something that you and I said when we were talking on the phone yesterday. That deer hunting can be this euphoric feeling, and then it can be the lowest of lows at times too. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the reality of it.
Yep.
Is it goes right sometimes and it goes wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
The reality is that the arrow's only flying so fast.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like a bullet when like you pull the trigger and that bullet's there.
Oh, yeah.
There's things that can go wrong.
Yeah.
And there's just a lot of variables in bow hunting. Mm-hmm. And it's not like he meant to or intended on anything, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, like you said, it happens, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Doesn't, and like I had told you to tell him, don't beat yourself up too much. Like, life is hard enough.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean? It's okay to feel really bad, and it's okay to kind of sulk for a bit and just like, dang. But you got to kind of lick your wounds and you got to get back in there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you're the quarterback, you just do an interception. You can either sit on the sidelines or you can go, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
It's not that I'm going to forget what happened, but I'm going to move forward.
Yeah.
You know, how can you learn from it? You know, what can you do? Like I said, years and years ago, it's been a long time since I've shot my recurve, but shooting a recurve bow, like you experience some fun things and some not fun things.
Yeah, no doubt.
And even just shooting a compound bow too, just like the other day, you know, like I didn't hit that deer directly behind the shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't a heart shot by any means.
Yeah.
And when we gutted it, I was really interested to find out. And it was a single long. It was liver, diaphragm, single long.
Yep.
I hit it on the right side and it was liver, diaphragm, left lung.
Yeah.
And all that was just, it was in really bad shape. It obviously lost the compression of its chest cavity, you know, by hitting that diaphragm. It wasn't holding where its lungs would go in and out. The diaphragm wasn't kind of keeping that happening.
Yeah.
And that deer, like he obviously had his vitals to keep living.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You know, so.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, like you said, you kind of have to just move on.
Yeah.
And hope that he'll find a way to. I mean, deer are tough animals,
so tough.
and they want to survive. I mean, they're the drive to survive, the instinct to keep going. It's incredible.
Oh yeah,
like a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean,
so yeah, he'll make it through.
Yeah, I think so.
Hopefully, get another shot at another shot at him.
Yeah. Yeah, he very well could.
Yep.
But yeah, so it was. I mean,
crazy deal,
crazy weekend. I was telling Cole, I'm like, man, it's just wild how fast things move this time of year. You know,
well, even like that, like, you know, go on Saturday morning, shoot Benjamin Button, you know, Jet's there, get it on a video. This is awesome. Go drop it off, you know, go grab some food. Okay, let's drive home. You're a little bit tired. You like sit down, tired, take a nap. You're like, ugh. Then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, Benny shot a deer. I got to go. You know what I mean? And then go outside, you know, then you're out there on Sunday trying to figure stuff out. And then and then all of a sudden Sunday night, here's 130-inch buck just walking by.
I know.
It's just like,
I know.
You know, it's after the season. You're like, whoa, that was it right there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah.
You know.
I know. I was thinking about that last night. Like, you know, I was still kind of running on a little bit of a high after tracking stuff. I love tracking deer. It's so fun to me.
Yeah.
It's always fun. I was enjoying it. Although we didn't find him, it was still a great day. It was just fun to be out there, just like in that kind of mindset.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got home, watched a little bit of the Packer game, and then I'm like, crap, I got to get going. Like, I got to get back to Iowa. Yeah. And I'm driving back. I'm like, oh man, Cole's hunting tonight. I wonder if he's seen anything. And it's just such a great time of year.
Yeah. It's like there's a scene on The Office. I don't remember what character it is, but I saw an Instagram clip about this a while back, and he said it was like the best line he said during The Office. It was, I wish you knew you were in the good old days. Yeah. Before you were out of the good old days, something on those lines. Yep. And that's kind of like this, you know, you wish you kind of try to take a little second to appreciate that we're in the whitetail rut. It's here. Like this is the time of year. You're walking around, you're seeing all these brilliant yellows and oranges and reds. Yeah. Remember that tree over by your house? Oh. That tree didn't even look real.
No,
that
it
tree,
fake.
It wasn't even red. It was like a reddish orange, like almost like a neon. I'm like, I said, I was like, dude, look at that tree. Look at that tree. Like if you took a picture out of it, you would be trying to adjust the color because you would be like, oh, something's wrong.
Yeah, it literally looks like somebody actually pulled it out of Photoshop and just stuck it in real life.
Oh my gosh, it was incredible. It's just crazy. Incredible. I mean, I think you had made a comment about that on Saturday after, we were driving out of there, trying to kind of take time to really appreciate just little things. Even like, the photos that you snapped with the three, you, me, and Jet, that day with the little button buck, like, and just getting to have Jet there and like have him hold the leg and just help and do stuff. It's just really fun. You try to kind of really savor those moments.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure. I think sometimes, in the last couple of years, especially, like, I do fly off the handle every once in a while with excitement where I just really kind of just like let myself go. Yeah. But a lot of times with like Jet, especially, I've noticed I try to kind of hold it together more.
Yeah.
It's almost like guiding. Like I feel like I have to be careful when I get excited about when I'm guiding because you have to stay really present.
Yeah.
But even like on Saturday with Jet, he's like, Dad, that was the coolest thing. And he was just shaking. Yeah. And I was pretty excited too. And so I kind of tried to like let him have the moment a bit more, like, oh yeah, man, and high five and a good job,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just so fun.
Yeah.
And like you said, there's just something about that. I feel like I think the thing that you and I both, if I were to hand you a piece of paper and say, write down one word that would describe the next 3 weeks, I think the word would be anticipation.
Yeah.
Just not knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Man, dude, that's like my favorite part.
Yeah. That's
like,
what I like too.
What day are we going to go? What stand? What sit? What morning? What afternoon? What decision? What thing? When is he going to walk?
Yeah.
And we're going to walk, and it's all going to come together and line up.
Yeah.
That anticipation.
Yeah.
Oh, man, dude.
Yeah.
It gives me goosebumps. I love that part.
I think it's just fun. Seriously though. I mean, we kind of talked about this at lunch a little bit today. And it's like, what fun would it be if it's just like me just doing it? Like, how cool is that? Like, we're just hanging out in the woods, like tracking a deer, like that stuff is fun.
Yeah.
That's why we do it. The camaraderie part is just so important, I think. And it's just, God, it's just all just, it's awesome, man. We wait all year for this. And it's just, I wish that this year would take as long as January through March.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It's like, boom, done.
Oh, no. It's like every year in April, I'm like, I am going to savor every day in April, spring turkey hunting. I'm going to stand outside every day and be like, it's April 5th. And I'm going to like look around and I'm going to remember it. And it just, boom, it's gone.
Gone.
That is the whitetail rut.
Yeah.
Oh, this year I'm gonna savor more, remember more, and then all of a sudden you blink and it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. No.
And you're like, where did it go?
For sure.
It's so insane.
Yeah, it's wild. It's really something.
No. And you're 100% right. I mean, even it's crazy how like things change and you kind of in times you don't realize it. I hunted by myself for so long, like for a long time.
Yeah.
And I am fine with that. I'm fine with it. Like I like just being out there. Like I would just do my thing and hunt and just do my thing. Now all of a sudden, the last couple of years, like I went hunting by myself on Sunday morning and Sunday night, and I was like, okay. I was like, this is weird. It was just bizarre. Like, like, not that I'm afraid of the dark or anything like that. That wasn't what I mean. Just like, like getting out of the truck and be like, all right. Okay. I was like, I guess
I'm going to walk in now.
I guess. And like I got out there in the morning and I was like, I kind of sit in my truck. I was like, well, I guess I'll go. Just like I just turn and walk away, and I'm like, and I guess it's just me. It's just me. Okay, here we go. It's just bizarre, like to not have you with me or not be with Jet.
Yeah,
it's just it's funny.
Well, and it's weird too because like I've never like really truly experienced that like ever. I mean, when I was in high school and in college, I'd go hunting by myself all the time, but after every single hunt, I wouldn't even go home. I would go straight to Zips. And talk about the hunt quick, and then go home. So, like, I've always had people that I was inherently kind of doing it with. And then now with my job, when I'm hunting, I'm always with somebody.
Yeah. Well, even like, look at this week. We're doing stuff this week. We're trying to do video stuff. And then you leave Sunday and then you're going to be with other people.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're going to come back and then we'll be hunting again together. It's just like there's very little time that you're just like 100% by yourself.
Yeah, there's very little. I mean, Saturday morning I was by myself, which that was kind of fun. I mean, hanging a set, first hanging hunt of the year for me, and it was fun. It was good. It's good to change it up a little bit for sure, but it's still good knowing that you guys are just up the ridge,
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, all good things, man. It's a great time of year, and I'm ready, man. I think this week is going to be really good.
I'll tell you what, the other thing, and I know that I'm switching gears on you a little bit, but I was really happy with that single pin. That felt really good. Now, last night was a little bit more of a different thing because I was like, I have a shot that's at like 6 yards, 20, 31, and 44.
Yeah.
And there's like basically where this is, there's kind of one trail that kind of splits depending on where they walk. The buck walked out to the 44.
Yeah.
And like I said, I can't shoot bucks there. So I was right with my phone and I was trying to get a cool video of it. You know what I mean? But then after he kind of walked off, and it was all done. And, I was like, just for curiosity, like, let's just try this. Like, let's just imagine that was a doe and she walked kind of at that steady clip. So I picked up my bow and I dialed it to 44 and got ready, and it was fine. Yeah. I think that's the part that I feel like I'm going to have to adjust to.
Yeah, for sure.
But I also think that what I'm realizing thus far in hunting with that single pin and the times that you and I have been together and hunt with Jet the other day and by myself is, it is really, really fun to shoot far. Like I like said, I've had the opportunity to shoot some deer that are far, but man, a lot of it is at 0 to 20 and under. You know what I mean? That's the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And so And again, like a lot of the spots that we hunt, that's kind of where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is going to be kind of right there.
Yeah.
Not that they might not.
to 25 yards.
Yeah, yeah. And so, but yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. I really, like I said, it's nice when you draw back and that's the only thing you're looking at.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just that one green dot. And I got the .10 like you did, and I feel like that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even last night in low light, you know, I've got the little light on it.
Yeah.
But it's got like a low, medium, high.
Yeah.
Even at low light on low, or even in low light, geez, the sun was already down and the cover was still purple on that black gold. It's crazy how much that really, you know. And so it's nice.
And that little light, it's bright, man. When you get it on like the high power.
Oh, geez.
It's stinking bright.
Yes, really bright. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's going to be a good week. I mean, I feel like we've talked so much about this. I'm kind of surprised we didn't hit on this more today, but like crops coming out is so huge for us.
Oh, man, dude.
We just opened up a whole plethora of spots that we can go hunt now.
Jeez. The river, the mint, the corner, the new middle, single ladder, the double by the single ladder.
Yeah.
I mean, all of it. It's just been, like you said, it is what it is. And if it's, we're not complaining because, like I said, it's a permission spot. I'm really, really appreciative to be able to hunt there, and it's awesome. But when it's corn in the bottom, it makes it really tricky. And we talked about this. We talked to the landowner. I was like, man, I love the corn off that bottom. And he's like, yeah, I'm getting to it. I was like, no, I know. But yeah, I mean, I'd never been so excited to see a combine on camera. Yeah. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Here we go, baby.
Yeah.
And that's, like you said, it really opens up things, things up. Even for me, where I was at on Sunday morning, I was where Nick was hunting on Saturday. It's just like not the way the deer are going to move when the corn's out. Yeah. It's just bizarre. Yeah. And now we've got all these spots where, especially in the morning, that really opens up the opportunity where for whatever reason, this spot it's a lot of times where deer walking down edges, and we're hunting deer along these field edges. Yep. And so we just opened up the spots, and dude, I'm telling you, the river, that spot is going to be it. Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, that is going to be so good. Yeah. When those deer start cruising that river, it's going to be on. Yeah. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really good. And the new middle, I think that's going to be huge. That's the one I'm most excited about. I think I'm most excited for the river and new middle in the mornings, and I'm pretty excited about the corner. Yeah. And I think the mint spot can be really good too, depending on the wind. Well, that'll be a great spot. The river's good at any time. And that mint spot is going to be an awesome spot for you and Jet to go sit. You guys sat that a lot last year, and I went down to the actual river. I think that mint spot's going to be fun for you guys, for sure. Well, and the other thing that we haven't talked about much, and it hasn't been the time for this yet, but I feel like the flip is going to switch soon where all-day sits are going to be the thing to do. Mm-hmm. And we're not to that yet, but not too long from now, I feel like all-day sits are going to be the thing. Mm-hmm. And like you said, I got a little chilly on Sunday morning. That wind had a little bit of a bite, but this week it's going to get down it's supposed to be 29 tomorrow, wind, and then in the 30s and the 40s in the mornings are like the lows. Dude, it could start to really, the cool down is going to really heat things up. Yeah. I'm telling you. Telling you, dude. It's just like, I feel like this cold front that we're going to be getting that's really going to, and this colder weather in the mornings is like the gasoline to the fire that is the rut. And it's just going to go boom. I know. I'm telling you, man. I'm not wishing away this week by any ways, but I would love to just fast forward for like 15 minutes till next Monday and just be like, what happened? Yeah. This week. It just feels like it could be a really good week. Yeah. So, yep. But yeah, man. It's awesome. All right. Well, another podcast in the books, Ozonics Killerwinds podcast. Thanks for listening. Good luck out there. Get out there. Do some hunting. Put a safety harness on. Get a lifeline up at the tree. Be careful. Make sure you can get home. Tell people where you're going so if something happens on accident. Yep. And shoot them straight. Make a good shot. See you next week. Stay classy.